In a situation where we're dealing with a potentially disgruntled parent, the first steps for me is to ask law enforcement or whomever called us, where is this parent located? Is he near the school? Do they know if he's armed or what kind of vehicle he's driving? We want to know that, so that will determine what we do next. Typically in Fayette County, we would go with a code yellow, which is a lockout and secure the building, which means we're going to limit all movement inside of our building so kids won't transition from class to class. We're also not going to allow anybody into the building because we don't know who is who. We want to make sure we are secure. Any event the threat became imminent or emergent, we would go code red, which we would lock everybody down. There would be no movement in schools. Teachers would barricade their rooms. Students would get out of visibility of the window, and we would do that from that standpoint. Those are our two kind of lockdown procedures, which are in our manual that we would have. And we go through that with our emergency staff, pre-planning at different points throughout the year when we run those drills. Teachers will be responsible for locking classroom, taking attendance, and making sure all students are accounted for. We utilize our custodians to make sure our exterior doors are locked and then they can get themselves to safety. We route all non-emergent calls away from administration and our emergency team so we can address those matters that are need to be addressed. Is there information? We wouldn't provide any information to the father. We don't want to let him know where his child is located in the building because obviously there's a reason he's unable to come and get that child. So we want to make sure we communicate things through our crisis command center, and we do not notify him of those things. Staff answering the phone should follow all of our crisis protocols. They got to remain calm. We want them to gather any information, callers' names, times, as much as they can, and transfer the call to administration if it's pertaining to the situation we have going on. That's important for us. We utilize Centegix, a system here. I know a lot of schools utilize that in the state. We can activate a code, yellow, code red, or our various codes using the badge. We want to do that, and those also have geo-trackers so we can know where this emergency may have been called from, so we can know if a staff member has seen that individual, we know they may be near them. Our internal communications, we're usually communicating on the intercom, RSVP, or our crisis alert badge. If you get wind of an intruder, you can press that badge. That will trigger us with a geo tracker to get to you. We typically will let parents know via Parent Square or IC Messenger once we have a resolve to the situation. We don't want to send out anything preeminent and then you have parents or people trying to run to the school, which can only cause, more issues or more problems while you're trying to secure a potential threat to the campus. You want to maintain a clear perimeter around the school and safety until law enforcement arrives and clears the scene because they have to do their job. So we know these things could take a whole day. So you have to be ready. We also remind our staff that they have to run, hide, and fight. If an intruder was to get in, you try to hide, you try to run and get where you can, but sometimes you may have to fight to protect yourself. So that's how we would deal with that situation just at a glance coming in.